Welcome back to a new episode of Satisfactory. Last time out, we focused on blueprints, got those started, and today I'm planning to make it a busy day. Really want to get productive. So we're starting on top of our little storage system here, or our storage elevator near the waterfall. And when we look down, we can see that there are some small changes as I keep fiddling with the looks and feel of this entire place. But the big changes for today, for that, we actually need to, well, go down. As we enter the room here, there are some holes. Uh, they're not going to stay like that. I just haven't figured it out. But to the left here, you can already see I've started work on our production floors. So I was thinking we also want to have a way into our production area. So I added a little catwalk, and I think it's pretty cool when you have a catwalk going over the conveyors at the bottom here. And then there is this big door, and let me just show you. Like I said, I've been busy. This is our first setup. This is our smelter floor. Right now we're walking in between all of our common iron smelters. I haven't put outside walls in yet, but this is basically the feel I want to go for. And then we can round the corner here and get over to our copper smelting area, which is basically the same setup as the iron smelter. And I really like the way this looks. I really do. I think it came out pretty good. Now, when I give you a outside view of what is happening on these floors, you can see that it's a really cool shot. I mean, the little stairs here is just a way for me to get up to the next floor. But look at this. I think it looks very cool. Not sure yet how I want to do the outside. And maybe even put some lights in the middle here. But I think this is a very cool look. Now on top of that, and I do notice that I forgot to hook up one row at least. Because they're not being powered. Why are you not being powered? What did I do? You two get power. You two don't. Oh wait, maybe it's something else. Yep, I didn't set the recipe. Okay, so no worries here. Let's see. Yeah, it's the copper one, so let's quickly fix that. Okay, so back to the top floor. So the iron is being smelted right here, and it's being transported all the way back to the start, and then lifted up through these elevators. Then they come up to the next floor, and both of them will carry 270 ingots. So we had a way to distribute it nicely, I think. Firstly, we had these 9 constructors, and all they do is make iron plates. Nothing more, nothing less. And the output will be on this side. Then we had 270 left, and we put a middle line in here, because rods only use 15 instead of the 30 for the plates. So we were left with plenty of them to put in our screw production. Now, if we go look in the screws, we can see that I've actually chosen to overclock those, making them match up in ingot uses with the iron rods. So both of these setups, if we open the calculator, it's 9 times 15. not equals 9 times 15 is 135, and of course 135 times 2 equals up to 270, and that's the maximum capacity of our belt. Now the thing is, we're now making so much cruise that we can't have one exit belt, because the way they're set up at 120 clock speed, they make 60 screws each, so 4.5 would make up a belt. That's why the center one is sent into a splitter and then pushed into the two lines. Now over in this area, I've put one constructor down just to have a look-see through our recipes. So we're making plates, we're making rods, and we're making the alternate cast screws. And we want basically all the items shown in this screen to be produced somewhere in this base. We don't need the biofuel yet, maybe later on. We're also producing the power shards and the alien remains, and ammunition we're still on handcrafting. So in copper it's 3 items. It's the copper sheets, the wire, and the cables. The steel beams, the steel pipes will roll in with trucks from our steel factory. So then on the other side of our building, we'll make the quick wire, the SAM, the silica, the quartz, and the concrete. Possibly. I haven't really planned out how it would fit in the footprint of the build. But this area at least, because these elevators will bring up our copper. So here we need to, well, make our copper setup. So let's have a look. Copper sheets, they need 20. Wire need 15. And cable then need 60 wire. So we could maybe overclock. Then they need 30. Let me think. Maybe that's actually a thing. So if we like have a setup something like this, and then have an overclocked row making copper wire that produces 60, and then that goes into cables, and then we don't want those to be overclocked because the input will be a full line and the output will be a full line. Okay, that leaves us with 2 more because we need the copper sheets and we need the copper wire itself. Copper sheets need 20 and copper wire need 15. And if we want to use about the same footprint of that build, only then on this side, then we get 3 rows of 9. So how do we want to do that? Because we got 1 row of 9 left. Yeah, and then maybe put 5 on copper sheets, giving us 75 output, and 4 on wires, giving us 240. Yeah, I think that's maybe the way to go. Okay, so as you can see, I've also put like a power solution in that I think looks pretty neat using the beams. So we got 1 elevator that has to supply 2 and has 1 output. So I'm thinking let's use this one. And then hopefully we can fit 2 constructors neatly here. And don't mess up that part yet. So yeah, let's get building. With that, we have all the machines placed down. As you can see, we'll have 3 exit points here. So we got one on the end here, then the other one in the middle for the copper wires, and one at the end here for the cables. And now we only need to be sure on how many spaces we got on our elevator. So the copper has 3. These are 2 screws, but that's just one product. So that's 4, 5, 6. We had 8 free spots on this side, so we got room for 2 more. So probably I'm gonna put in at least reinforced iron plates here, and one more thing. But we'll need assemblers for that and a new floor. So first things first, I want to make the exit points of all of our produced materials here. And what I want to do is just bring them up on a place that feels good. Like, for example, this one will be perfect right there. Mark 3 elevator. And I placed the elevator wrong, of course I did. Because you need a reversed elevator. And then it will go in. So that's one item. And now let's see if there's like a logical place here. Let's start on this side, because then this is where we got beams already, so we can actually see. Maybe let's put in another row of foundations here. And then let's see. Let's get a floor hole. Because I want it to be on these kinds of spots. So let's put it here. And maybe like this. Will that connect nicely? No. Yeah, that works. And this one can just let's not the conveyor lift. I want the whole. Thank you. Let's put that there. Let's get rid of this and let's put in another lift. Spin it around. Connect the belt up. There we go. So I think we've got all the holes up, and if I did it right, we should have 7 holes. 3 and 4, yeah, 7 holes. 2 for screws. And 6 products in total. Now this, I want to make our, like a small logistics floor. And then on top of here, we can make like a assembler floor. But now we got to figure out how do we want to get the items over here? Because we could do like a reversed elevator again. And then just have these all come to elevators. Let's see how that works. First... Oh, I need you. Let's put you in. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So let's take you out again. And let's just place walls here. And what kind of walls do we want here then? Let's first go for concrete walls. We can always change it up later. Something like so. And I might want to fix that because it might annoy me that now these two are not running perfectly straight. But I won't bore you with that because it's going to be a lot of fiddling. So now we need something for this. Okay, let's make our way up. So what we could do is do a temporary here. So we know where our holes should be. Because then we can remove this and put this one in. And I think it's 3. And was it a little gap then? Yeah. No, 4 little gap, 1 little gap. Little gap, 1 little gap, 3. Okay, like so. Then we get the Mark III elevators, and then we have to be downstairs again, probably. Yeah. And let's put in another row of you guys. And then what's left to do is put in lift heads here. And then it's basically deciding where everything has to go. We also need to put in lift heads here, of course. Something like this, and ignore the cables. We're gonna fix that later. Now I'm not sure if I want this to be visible like that, but we'll see how it feels. Like I said, no, not sure, but we might. So let's start with you. And let's just see how far we can go. Right here. And then I want you to run right along the window here. Maybe like so. Let's see. I never used the what is it? Wall mount. Something like this, and I know this isn't necessary, but I think it could be cool to have something shown through the window. Right? Okay, so now we've hooked it all up, and it looks something like this. And we have 2 more open spots, and we'll figure out what we do with that. Okay, we'll think about looks later on. First, let's just get this running. I'll set up some power and bring you guys back. So I've hooked up all the power, as you can see from all the yellow lights. I've made the logistics floor, so every item is coming up. And I've made another logistics floor underneath for the incoming items, right here. So the 2 right ones are copper, and the 2 left ones have to be iron. That's all that's left, really, to get this going. So let's scan for copper. So after a lot of work already, we got the first call coming in. I'm just up here again to grab some more materials to connect all the other cool nodes, but we should now see, do we have any reinforced plates here? I don't. Okay. We should now see the call turn on already. But first, let me show you what I've done. So this is the entrance point with our 4 conveyor belts. And then to the left here, you can see 3 miners with normal coal that bring up... Well, one isn't bringing anything up, but we'll check on that later. They bring up coal, and one line should be filled with 270 out of that, leaving us with 90 left on one other line. Then this line goes to the coal node. I keep saying coal, I mean copper The copper node we were already using down at our base. That's now disconnected from our base. And I put a Mark II miner on that one. And then I grabbed another cool node down the line here with the Mark II miner, and that should give us... let's go to the center. Why not? Or jump off. Why not? Can we get anywhere where we can get back up? No. Okay, well... There's another cool miner. Pulling up 120, I believe. We'll double check it in a minute. But because I jumped off, let's check this one first. Because this one should be 120 as well. And that allowed us also to bring up power. So a little checky. Yes, it's 120. And now if we are lucky, I can make this. I can. So 120. While we're here, let's just grab the reinforced plates we're missing. Now we already see coal incoming. So this will be 240. And then over here it will merge again. And we already see some green lights. That's good. With this one. And now let's find out why this one isn't pumping any coal. I've made a very weird setup, hoping it would work. Maybe this is the problem. And then hook you up to you. Then put in a splitter with the Mark I belt straight ahead. And now we should see coal going up. Hopefully. There it goes. Okay. And because we don't need the full power of this, because we only need, let's just type it in, 50%. So now we should see coal coming in full lines. And I'm noticing that's not the case. So I do wonder, why is that? Because you need to be about 3. And that should fix it. And it has. Okay, let's follow the lines. So the coal gets fed into these 2 elevators. And for now, temporary, let's just make a little ramp so we can get up and down. Okay, we can now actually see that some lines of the elevator are filled, so that might be the reason why we're stalling right now. Because when I rebuilt the tower, I didn't hook back up the tower to the storage. So that's a thing, but that's fine for now. Let's have a look in production lines. Yeah, so the 3 copper lines are now filled up. Which means everything down here will get filled up as well. At least in our copper. Which is fine. I do hope that this picks up at one point as well. But at least we've got the first part running. It's a start. It's a start. Still a lot of work to do. So between episodes, I'll make sure that I'll bring in iron, like I did bring in coal, and hook back up the storage system. And hopefully then next time we can actually see the elevator working like intended. So for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. And like always, hope to see you in the next.